I've seemed to always have a knack for being in the right place at the right time. Or maybe more like not being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I suppose some might call it being opportunistic. Or I've heard the word scheming thrown around me before. I call it being smart. My time before I came to Moxbury had its comforts. Did you know I once used to be a mob boss? I never really wanted to be a leader, but it had its perks. I just happened to be the last goblin standing after a successful hunt. We got enough food for the tribe that probably lasted us about a month or so, and, 6 others bit the dust when a dire bear caught whiff of us. It wasn't a pretty sight. From what I could see from the tree I was in, it looked like, Plurt was his name. Yeah, Plurt. He was the one to finally bring the beast down, but unfortunately he died in the process. May he serve the High Chieftain well. You know, there's no way to really control rumors. If people want to think I stood victorious against great odds, well, I'm not gonna correct them. It's what Plurt would have wanted, I'm sure. A smart goblin knows silence is often more powerful than a mouthful of words.
Hi, I'm Joshua Long, and this is Tales from Moxbury. Tonight we'll be playing Blades in the Dark by John Harper. You can find Tales at Moxbury on Twitter at Geekspective, and you can find me on Twitter as well at EvilDMJosh. Let's go around the table and introduce everyone.
I'm John. I'm on the internet, but I'm not telling you where. I am playing Hevok Morris, also known as Tombs. He believes in the honoring and careful preparation of the dead. I believe it goes against the will of the goddess to allow someone to have a premature death. When I find that the dead are restless, it is my duty to put things to rights so that they may sleep the eternal sleep. I believe in discovering the secrets to healing disease and injury by inspecting bodies, although after receiving the permission of the previous owner. And my team-related one is, after having a deep conversation, I believe that Aelith needs to reconcile with his father and vice versa.
Hi, I'm Amber, and you can find me on Twitter at Rocket Orca or at ShapeshiftCast. I'm playing Vez Stumpgut, the Goblin Hound. He believes he must defeat Lyra and crush the dragons. Pleasing Iora will lead to his ultimate happiness. Nux is not as useless as he thought, and he believes that tombs can control ghosts.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm playing Iora, the half-elven spider. He believes that everyone has a price. He believes that others' perceptions of gender can be manipulated. He believes that he needs to look after Vez because he cannot take care of himself. And he believes that DeMarco's goals most closely align with his own. Iora believes that the Aelith problem is resolved.
Hi, I'm Brother John, and I play a orcish cutter by the name of DeMarco Thrask, also known as Tusk. You can find me... I don't know. Look.
It's pretty easy. Just look at who
just look for me.
Who's Geekspective following.
Yeah. Who's Geekspective following me? If you follow Geekspective, you'll find me eventually. And DeMarco's beliefs are that our team's bugbear might be a spy for a rival gang, possibly. That the government is just a big and corrupt gang. That Vez is useful but needs a little bit of a push. And he believes he believes he's a terrible person. Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
He believes he personally is a terrible person due to some unfortunate events. So listen to the old episodes and you'll find out why. His instincts are he tries to guide the group when they're in trouble, try not to throw down unless shit escalates, and never to leave home without his favorite jacket.
So you guys have been chilling for a little bit after you've done that group bonding activity.
I still smell like pickles.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm.
And so now we have a tavern, right?
Yes.
That we called the
Pickled Goblin.
Pickled Goblin, that's right.
And it is for informants, correct?
It's for whatever we need it for.
It's for informants.
And that gives you the bonus.
Plus 1D gather info for scores.
Nice.
Get one more D.
Yeah.
Get that D.
Get that D.
And so you guys have been chilling, enjoying that extra tavern time as well between the theater. And one day, probably a week later, while at the theater, you hear a knock at the door.
Police, open up!
Oh, shit!
One of these days. Who answers it?
We gotta wait for them to quit knocking.
I guess no. It's the new guy.
Yeah, new guy.
New guy.
Rookie!
After looking for the bugbear for
Freshman.
several minutes, but not being
Exactly.
able to find him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, your suspicions right now.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I will strip off my working gloves,
I will strip off everything.
shake them off, and head upstairs. And I'm really enjoying the workshop space you've availed for me. Thank you. I'm sorry about the odor. And I will go to the front door. Yes.
So as you open the door, you see this goblin that is in a very well-to-do outfit. He has on like a suit, a nice little vest going on that's black with like silver lacing, or not lacing, but silver thread inside, or like woven into it. And it's wearing has a monocle, and it's slightly white hair. And he like looks at me, he's like, are you the Night Snails?
Perhaps.
I have, and he reaches inside his pocket, or inside his little vest, and brings out a ticket. He's like, I have a ticket here that said I would be able to have admission.
Yes, you may come in to view the show. I look suspiciously up and down the street.
There's no one else.
I will let him in.
And he walks in, talk, in his nice little shiny black shoes.
I'm slightly disappointed that this isn't like a bunch of goblins in a trench coat.
No.
Oh,
Like 5 goblins.
Yeah,
Look, we're a hobgoblin.
Exactly.
I don't know how to raise the attention of the rest of the group. Is there a preferred method?
I'm pretty sure I'll just spot you, and then I probably like
I'm always in the rafters.
I make a knock or so. It's different every time. There's like sometimes there's like a signal, and sometimes it's just knocking. Then sometimes there's like some theatrics involved, but this time it's just like, you know.
I'm afraid we didn't go over the details. Was I supposed to let him in? He produced a ticket.
Yes, that's
Yes.
Yes.
You did well.
You
Very
did
well.
a good job. Yep.
Is everyone here?
Yeah.
yeah.
All are present, to my knowledge.
Oh, good. Well, I've heard of some great work that you've all done, and I'm hoping that you could take care of some business for my company as well.
Bez, I didn't know your dad had a business.
What the fuck?
Oh, you're suggesting all goblins are related?
A lot of them are, in my experience.
This goblin looks at Vez. He's like, no, look at.
Don't even. Don't even.
You can tell my complexion's better than
Oh
theirs.
my fucking god.
Yeah, but I had to get really close to see it, so I guess. I'll have to take your word for it.
So what is your company? And who are you?
I am Beauregard, and my company is the Grazel Goo Bank.
Grassel Goo Bank?
Why do goblins own banks?
Why are...
Why are goblins in banking?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Sorry,
Banking is so boring.
The Goblin Bank Confederacy.
Oh.
Are you the owner, president?
I am one of the many managers.
Okay. Are there is there senior management above you?
Of course. They wouldn't come out here to do this, so I must take care of it myself.
Seems like they never do.
I know.
We always get the middleman.
That's how it always is. Well, that's why I'm coming to you. Hopefully there is no middleman.
No, we are the real thing.
Excellent professionals.
Yes, absolutely. As is yourself, I assume.
Of course, kind of gives Vez a side eye probably afterwards.
So who's your tailor?
Who is someone I believe it's called the Silver Thread. I don't know.
Oh, yes, I'm familiar with them.
Call back.
You will have to get me an in with them. They don't do commission work off the street, and well, I appreciate your taste in the finer things.
Thank you. Well, after this job's complete, I will gladly hook you up with a contact.
Absolutely, thank you. Well, what is this job then?
Well, one of our customers that we've made loans to recently, or many times actually, they've decided not to pay more recently. They're more late on their payments, and they've actually missed the past 2. And interest is building, and we need to make sure those coffers are always flowing, and so I need someone to make sure they pay one way or another.
Who are they?
My question.
They are the, well, it's probably a surprise, but the Black Sands Company.
Oh, great.
Well, I don't know what's going on. Usually they've been very good clients, but as I've said, more recently, they've been lax and now missing out greatly.
Do you have a copy of the loan agreement?
Well, you see, no. I don't want to produce any documentation. To be honest, this is not on the up and up with the upper management. Of course, this is one of my accounts, and I need to make sure that they pay before upper management realizes. And so if I were to produce a paper trail and I were to get out, it'd be an issue.
I see. So this was done under the table? Can I surmise that? Sorry, if I'm asking too many questions.
You can surmise of like, oh, he's probably been, or he's trying to keep this on the DL to his supervisors because he might have been cooking the book some and now he needs to recoup it back up.
Right. Sure.
Because it looks bad from his accounting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that explains.
How much do they owe you?
Well, that's the thing. Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
6 and 4.
10 coin. It's quite a good amount. I don't have very much time, you could say.
Have you had contact with them before about this, and they were not amenable to resolving this issue?
I have had my underlings contact them many times, and each time they said, "Oh, just give us just a little bit more time." It sounds like business is down, but I find that very strange.
Remind me what the Black Sands do again?
The Black Sands are the largest trade company originating from the country of the Black Sands, and so most of their imports are black powder related.
Okay.
And I've told them that, have you tried? And they're like, "Oh, give us more time." And I've told them I will take collateral as well. I just need payment of some sort. However, as I said, you can make them pay in any way you see fit, as long as I can justify the books.
Who's been your main contact?
I'm just trying to find a name.
My main contact has been Tanchi.
Is it a Mr. or a Mrs. Tanchi?
I don't quite know. The Black Sands people are quite androgynous, and with all their clothing, it's hard to tell sometimes. I don't care about people taller than me most anyways. You know, I'm into the finer specimens.
Whoa. Out of character. What?
Yeah. He is a fucking rich goblin and doesn't give a fuck.
So he's heightist.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Wow.
He's into goblins, and he doesn't. As long as these masses of flesh pay up, I don't care.
Wow.
Can you describe Tanshi? I know these aren't details you seem to pay attention to, but it seems to be very important to us to...
Like where you guys meet, where you guys talk.
Now, hopefully you realize the importance of paying attention to these things.
He can't give you a description, but he's like, oh, every time I would just go directly to their main warehouse. This is where their, HQ of operation is. It is in the waterfront district.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I was going to ask.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't get
you can still ask one more thing, because that could have been easily also like...
Right.
To what end were they borrowing the money from you for?
Business operations, I would assume.
You loaned them 10 coin without knowing what exactly they planned to do with it?
Look, sometimes companies have issues with liquidity, and so they need an infusion for cash flow, and so I was eager to give them that injection.
Nothing dirty there. I'm going to give the injection into the Black Sands.
Sounds like somebody's doing stuff for drugs. That sounds like.
Give them that hot goblin injection.
Oh, my good Lord.
And is there a reason you haven't pursued this through the court system? It seems like...
you can deduce that he's been cooking the books, and so he doesn't, as he said before, he doesn't want a paper trail.
I think we got just about everything we need. I mean, he wants us to do it any way possible, and he doesn't care how.
And so you aren't necessarily looking for the 10 coin, but 10 coin worth of merchandise or collateral or whatever we can get you worth 10 coin. Is that what you're asking for?
Or do you just need them to make their scheduled payments?
I've been trying to be real subtle, but yes, payments would be great, would be fantastic. But if for some reason there was an accident, I could probably spin it as well.
And what's this worth to you?
11 coin.
6 coin. I would be taking a wash on the interest and all that kind of stuff.
Just to be clear, he loaned them more than 10, and the 10 is the interest payments they're behind? Or we have no idea?
Starts getting a little fuzzy. You can
I see. Okay. But he wants 10 coin back.
Yes.
So this is where this elaborate plan comes in, where we. I'm just thinking about the plot of Fargo right now. Has anybody else seen Fargo?
No,
Years ago.
Oh my good lord, never mind.
I think I have.
Well, you have to tell us.
Well, okay, so it's like we kidnap the daughter of Tanji. And,
Okay.
and then we were like, give us this money or you'll never see your daughter again. And then we say, okay, Tanchi's, we need 20 coin from you.
Wait, so we're yelling.
And then we give back 10 coin to Beauregard, and then he gives us 6 coin from
Right.
that, and
So
then
we get
have 16 coin.
Yep.
I like how we were yelling at Tanshi for a minute. And he said, "Oh, we need 20 coin."
See, nothing could go wrong.
Right. That is a steel
But the
trap. is
problem,
what that is.
I've
right.
seen this movie where we take Tanchi's daughter and we're like, "Give us the money," and he's like, "Give me back my daughter."
And then we shoot Tanchi and keep the money he has anyway.
I will find you.
All right.
See,
I like it.
See. I mean, I'm assuming Tanchi has a daughter.
If
The other way we can do-
Tanchette.
Yep. The other way to do this, well, we could play it straight and go to the Black Sands and try to get their money. We could play Fargo,
Yeah.
or we could go to the. And I assume Beauregard's out at this point. We've dismissed him.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Beauregard. I don't want to ever see you again.
I'll see you in 3 days.
Nope.
3 days. Yep.
Not me.
Oh. You're like, bye.
I'm gonna give Vez a light thump on the head. Like, calm down. He's our customer.
Vez just stares back at
And he stares back.
So we could play it straight. We could kidnap Tonchet, or we could go to the upper echelon of the Goblin Bank and
oh shit, rat him out.
rat him out.
Oh fuck yeah! I like that.
You've got a rogue banker. He's making unauthorized loans. Give us the 10 coin. We'll set it up as a sting.
Wow.
Perhaps we should go to the Black Sands Company and offer services to expedite whatever the holdup is.
That's also a plan.
All right. That's 4 plans.
I'm leaning Fargo. It's very elaborate. I understand.
With 0 chance of
I
success.
understand.
Let's do it.
But it's also pretty cool.
Sweet.
All right, so I haven't really used this mechanic much in
Oh,
the game.
man.
God, my brain.
Nuke mechanics.
It's not really a new mechanic. It's more like
Pretty sure you said it was a mechanic.
it's not
minutes earlier.
whatever. It's a
Joshua.
thing. So pretty much in Blaze in the Dark, a lot of times when you're taking on higher tiered targets, you'll have lesser effect.
Okay.
And so that's why you use Fine Blah, or you have skills that give you,
I use Fine Blah.
like, for example, I forget what class has like fine picking, lock picking tools or whatever. So that fine part will bring you back up to normal.
I see.
And so you need to use higher quality things to make up for that deficit.
All I have is a fine bottle of whiskey.
Well, then that would take you from a
So-
Regular bottle of whiskey.
yeah.
I
So
have
my-
fine tinkering tools and fine wrecking tools.
If you're just a wreck without those fine wrecking tools, you would start at a lesser effect versus a standard effect.
I have a fine pair of pistols.
So you're saying that
I
I
don't
need
use
to
guns.
add a few more nails to the bat that I have that
Yes.
has nails in it. I just need to add
If
more
it
nails
has
to
fine or whatever, yeah. So that's
It's a fine homemade club.
so I'm just bringing that up because I'm gonna use that
You're
in
gonna
this
use that.
in this score, regardless. Because whatever your guys' plans are, you're going to be engaging with a much higher tiered entity.
I mean, you can't account for our plans like that.
No, that's one-
we could go completely sideways.
okay. Well,
I liked Dave's idea of just ratting him out to the bank. That'd be fast and easy.
Yeah.
And Josh is just like, damn it.
And then we've
I mean, the
begun.
whole thing.
The thing is, we've begun on good terms with the bank then.
Right, right, which I
he's
kinda
been
like.
cooking the books. and then
Can we just be really clear here, though? You know what's going to happen. We go rat him out at the bank. Next thing you know, the bank is attacking us. And suddenly he's against us, the bank is against us, and some other faction we don't know anything about.
Black Sands is mad at us now.
Yeah. We tried to bail the Black Sands. They're like, fuck you, we're going to kill you now.
the bank says you're bad.
I mean, I realize I haven't been in the group long enough to
If that's what we do, I think we dump whatever we have into that engagement role to try to bump it as best we can.
right. And so whoever rolls engagement can pay stress to add dice.
Right.
Like pretty much as I was hearing it play, you can treat the engagement roll almost like an action. So kind of fictionally, that person's taking point on the engagement, and so thus they can spend stress to add an additional die as well.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I like that, and so I'll allow that as well. Because also right now, right off the bat for the engagement, you guys get automatically a -1d because whichever one you go after is a much higher tier.
Yeah, that's true too. Are we going to go to the bank?
The last time we tried to do something like that, it didn't go so good.
It did not work.
I feel like we should go to the Black Sands HQ. At least if we go there, we can we can probably find stuff of value for ourselves as well.
Yeah.
Because apparently they trading black powder and whatnot.
Yeah.
That shit's probably hot on the market. I mean, with guns and stuff around and whatnot.
So we're assaulting the gun stronghold?
I'm not sure. Tell me, what's their HQ? Is it a gun stronghold? Is there HQ?
He said it was a giant warehouse in the waterfront.
It's a warehouse. So there's probably guards with guns, but I don't know.
Okay. No,
High risk, high reward.
right, right.
We could blow up. Wait, I'm not Wilker.
No, you're not Wilker.
Channeling Wilker.
Where's Wilker when you need him?
God.
So we're
no.
trying to get the money back for this guy. Can we do that by sending a message like that? By blowing something up, maybe? I don't know. That's just me throwing out whatever. I mean,
The goblin, or
he doesn't really care how we do it either.
Beauregard even applied, like you could have them have collateral damage such that it's like he can kind of point to that as well
So
to
if we
spin it.
spell out "pay your debts" in black powder.
Yeah, there you go.
And then a giant explosion or whatever. I don't know.
Or have ghosts walk in and be like, pay your debts.
We're the ghost of your credit rating.
I like
I'm your great grandpa. Don't be like me. Pay off your debt.
Yeah, sure.
I like ghosts.
How ghosty are you over there, Tombs?
I am somewhat ghosty.
Well, can you make that more ghosty? Terrifically ghosty would be what I was hoping for.
No. I'm not sure I understand your question. I'm particularly good at tinkering, and I'm also moderately good at attuning and prowling.
Okay. Yeah, those are all great.
I'm not particularly good at wrecking, and I do okay on studying. And I have a tiny amount of sway.
Tombs, tell me more about yourself.
I'm just passing on my weaknesses and strengths in the hopes of assisting the group. But do I have the ability to just randomly summon ghosts and have them do my bidding? No.
Don't. I've seen it
happen.
I've seen it happen.
Well, I got lucky. I was able to commune with a ghost who was already there.
I think you're holding out on us.
Kick him out. Okay, well, it's a great plan, but apparently we are not going to be able to summon the...
I could not bend the ghost to my will, if that is what you're asking.
Okay.
Another option.
Yes, probably.
This is a warehouse, and they're a trading company. Perhaps we can mess with one of their shipments.
Mm-hmm.
Would that not further affect their ability to pay?
No. We hide inside of the shipment.
We hide inside the shipment.
And then when they open up the crate, we're like, pay your debts.
Yeah.
It's just a prank, bro.
Sounds like a stealth thing. Trespass unseen.
Yeah, and then we do that. I want to jump out, and we're like, we can get past your shit. Pay your debts. And we start doing a song and dance routine.
Pay your debts, pay your debts, pay your debts.
Play your debts.
Don't be scared.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics.
Pay your debts.
Woo! So is that your guys' plan or what?
Well, sounds like it.
No, but
But what's the end goal? We pop out and just say, pay your debts and then run off. It's like we could have just sent an orphan.
right.
I mean, like, what is our end goal? I mean, if we do sneak on,
We have to get to Tanchi.
get to Tanchi, and what, threaten him and say, hey, you gotta pay your debts.
I guess we are kind of like just shaking him down, aren't we?
Yeah, we're kind of like scaring him a little bit and be like, you gotta pay your debts because The fancy goblin sets.
fancy goblin said so.
Does it do us any good to disguise Vez as Beauregard?
I'm listening.
Fancy clothes, some white, like a white wig.
Can we pretend that this entire time that Vez hasn't taken a bath or anything, so it's like still a powdered ghost
like
cowboy?
I told you, it's a ghost with pickle juice, and it's like the flowers like streaked down his body.
From the last
Because you're
ghost
still in your
thing.
cowboy outfit,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Cowboy ghost goblin.
this is becoming such a nasty mess of a
And he
goblin.
wonders why we won't consummate our marriage.
Why would you dress me up as a Beauregard again?
So when you say pay your debts, it's more impactful? I don't know.
Or maybe we trade this Beauregard with the other Beauregard and have. I don't know. I'm just
Or
making stuff
Tanchi's
up.
like, well, you double-crossed me. You didn't give me blah, 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 blah. Or I don't know. I don't know if there's an advantage to it, but I'm saying it's an option.
Man, we're really not coming up with ideas.
No.
I think the problem is we've got too many ideas.
I say sneaking in is probably the best.
Sneaking into the Black Sands Company
And then
and then confronting Tanchi.
confronting Tanchi. Okay.
Yes?
Yes, sounds fine to me.
All right, so it sounds like stealth, trespass unseen through
Okay.
a cargo.
Yep.
Can I use our pickled goblin to get some gather information on this?
Yeah, like pretty much when you go gather information, you automatically just get that. This has to tell me what you're doing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, some of that is. I mean, I guess it depends on how we could prowl it, and you're lurking around in the warehouse district, like seeing what's going on. We could consort and talk to other, like shipping merchants, and figure out what their deal is. If
You're the information.
I'm the information,
You're the information.
all right, then yes, that's what I'll do. I'm talking to contacts and other people I know in the warehouse district. There's a lot of stuff that gets shipped in and out. People know about the Black Sands. People know what their deal is. If the place is guarded like Fort Knox, if they're having money problems, if what's the gossip mill say?
Sure. Do you have a Celia?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you have a belief about Celia as well, right?
I've been told I don't formally have a belief about Stelia,
But you...
but I've heard that she may be an informant. I forget who she's an informant to. Did we
Vanguard of
establish
Light.
that? Okay. But she is my information broker. So yeah, let's call her up. Let's have lunch at the Pickled Goblin. You should try the pickles. They're good.
Got that nice tangy goblin flavor.
Well, I mean, the sawdust is part of the allure. It's charm. It's rustic as hell.
Yep.
I do believe she's an informant to the Vanguard of Light, which is the flock type dudes, right? I'm sorry, I need to have all these factions in front of me.
They are but pretty much what they are like, the Paladins of Palor and Maya Henne and stuff like that. They are more of the strong arm of the Church of Palor.
Right there. Yeah, they don't like us either.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I can walk that knife's edge.
So do you want to take a -1D and play off of your suspicions?
Yes.
All right. You'll get 1 experience.
Good.
And then, yeah, like how does it sound as well when you're with these suspicions and stuff like that?
Well,
You're still
yeah.
trying to get her out of her.
Because, yeah, I'm going to dance around the subject. I can't be upfront because I don't want the Vanguard of Light all over me. We'll sit down and, I'll say, look, this is just a personal thing. This is in no way related to, like, work or any of that other stuff. I would appreciate it if it would just stay between you and me. And I'll, like, totally, like stare her down more. Like we go way back.
Right.
Everything stays, everything is a secret, right? But I'll explicitly be like, this needs to stay between us.
Right. And you can definitely see it on her face that she is kind of taken back. She's like, Iora, we're good. Like, we've had this great relationship for all this time. Don't worry.
Well, okay. I'm just, I haven't seen you for a while. I mean, that's all.
Yeah, but you've been pretty busy.
Yeah. Hustling. I'm looking to get back into some of the shipping stuff, right? Like, that's kind of a background, like kind of a merchant guy, move stuff here. That's all the contacts and all that stuff. Kind of looking to get back into some of that a little bit. and someone tipped me off, said something about the Black Sands Company. But then, like, someone else came along and said that they weren't doing well, and maybe they weren't a faction to get really hooked into, because they were struggling with some stuff, and I don't know much about them. And again, just personal, just looking for a job for me. What have you heard about the Black Sands Company?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. This is consort.
Yeah.
You got -1D.
-1D
because playing off your beliefs, but then you get +1D because you're using your establishment.
That's right. Good.
Oh
Snake
my
Eyes.
God. Okay.
Oh Lord.
How can we fuck you guys over
goes
as
pretty
hard
well.
as hard as possible?
God fucking damn it.
I know, but I got an experience out of this.
I don't
but
care
this-
about you.
This isn't the engagement role, which is good. This
Yeah,
is just
true.
getting info for the engagement.
Doesn't she immediately give it to the Vanguard of Light?
Shut up, John. No, because she's not a real informant for the Vanguard of Light.
Maybe she wasn't until you rolled
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
She was wearing a wire.
And so after all this, it's just me. It was a personal thing. She's like, the Night Snails are going to score on the Black Sands. I'm going right to them.
Yeah. So she's like, I don't deal with the Black Sands Company. They're kind of dangerous, right? You know, newfangled
Yeah, explosives
explosive stuff.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know anything about that. And she finishes up her pickled soup, and she's like, I need to get going.
Oh, okay.
And so she's like, it was good seeing you, but I just don't want to get involved.
Huh. Okay.
And so,
Well, thanks for all your help. I'll keep that in mind. I'll remember all that. Thanks.
and then for like the audience and all of us, like you could be like a cut, you know, of her walking out the building and going down the alley, and you just see her like with the contact of the Vanguard light and just like tipping off.
So I'm thinking, in preparation.
You're welcome, everyone.
Thank you. In preparation for this little adventure, I think I should use my tinkering skills to create a appropriately sized crate that looks official enough to get us shipped in.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
With breakaway sides so we can get out.
That sounds excellent.
Getting out would be helpful.
Yeah, if you do good on this, I'll definitely give you a D for the engagement. Yeah, that's cool.
I'll spend a little bit of time hanging around the where they do their shipping. You know, just seeing what their crates look like.
Yep.
If there's a particular label they use, or
Oh yeah, there's definitely like an insignia. What does their like country insignia may look like?
the Black Sands Company.
Yeah.
Well, I would say it looks like a sand dune, but it would be black, so it'd be like a black triangle.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm going to take a little observation and see if I can, make something realistic looking that they would really be receiving.
All right. Are you wanting to do?
Oh, tinker the shit out of that.
Okay. Yeah.
Or can I do a study now to get a bonus on my tinker?
You could do a linked. Yeah, you could do a linked action. So you'll do the study to see if you give any bonuses to your tinker.
4 and a 2.
Partial success. So it's a wash pretty much for that. So you'll just do a straight tinker.
Okay. Tinker of 3. Oh, yeah. That black triangle looks good in blue. I don't think they'll care.
Damn it.
5, 3, and a 1.
5, 3, and a 1. You do it for sure. So you're going to get 1D. What's the downturn? I'm going to just start a clock right away. And that'll be the downturn. You have a feeling probably when you're around the docks, someone may have noticed, like, why is this guy around all the time and stuff like that.
Praying to Ouija. I don't know.
But yes, you get a plus 1D for engagement.
For these of you at home, Josh drew a giant pie on the drywall. On the dry erase
I put a
board.
warped Pringle inside of one of the pies.
It does look like a Pringle
It
chip.
looks like a parasitic worm.
Hey, want to do anything else?
And it's really more of an ovoid shape.
I don't know. if there's anything
So,
else.
so we're making a crate to hide in. How are we going to get the crate on? Because I was thinking
That's-
that I could disguise myself as like a worker for them, and then like try to get
Or we
sneak
could
on.
just like
Or you could
attach
just
a
get
shipping
hired.
manifest to it.
Like, you don't remember for engagement, you don't need every single detail
Yeah.
per se.
Okay.
But if you feel like there's a detail that you want to fill in that would give you a bonus or something like that, you could do so.
Okay.
So is this engagement stealth or deception?
It'll be deception, I believe. Or it probably.
Stealth, I thought, because we're doing an entry point.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to-
Stealth. Yeah.
Well, we're trying to deceive
You're trying to
us.
tell them you're a box.
Yeah,
we're trying to tell them we're a box.
It's stealth because you're trespassing unseen, so you're trespassing via this box.
The box did not happen to be a coffin. I'm just pointing out.
Exactly. But you've done. You probably had you're able to do it because you're like, oh, I'm good with using wood all the time for coffins.
Yes, I have some experience making boxes. Mm-hmm. They're usually
Like that time you made that coffin for that guy with really big legs.
Right.
It was just more of a rectangle.
Yes.
Is there anything else, or shall we start?
Or the
Let's just
large,
go.
the large gentleman with no legs. It was a square coffin.
So you guys start at 1 for sheer luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Not exactly. However, does the plan expose a vulnerability to the target or hit them where they're weakest? I would think so because they're FC. So it's +2 or 2D. Can any friends or contacts? No. Are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation?
Apparently.
I can act on it now, or I can act on it later. Which one would you guys like?
Later.
Derek.
Okay,
Wait.
Pretty much.
As important as the engagement roll is, I would definitely say later.
Oh, like later the score, you mean?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I would
I'm
take
just-
later the score, but I kind of want to get it out of the way.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I'll act on it now, or the score, but okay. Any other elements that you want to consider? So you did get a +1D for making the box, so you have 3, but you'll take a -1D because these guys are significantly higher tier.
If the Vanguard gets involved, is that a plus or a minus on the D? I'm
It'll
confused.
be minus.
Okay, yeah, let's
So you
not
had
do that.
+3 total, 1 luck, exposed vulnerability, 1 for the crate, but you'll take -1 because they are higher tiered. So you get 2D for the engagement. Does anyone want to roll and push, or just roll straight?
Well, another thing is we're slippery too. So
What's slippery?
when you roll entanglements, roll twice and keep the one you want.
That's entanglements.
Entanglements,
not
not
engagement.
engagements.
Damn it. I get them messed up.
Yeah,
I
me
know.
too. Me too.
Should I roll? I haven't rolled any.
Go ahead. You can roll.
Well, okay, because this is not a skill roll necessarily. It's just a straight engagement.
Yeah,
roll.
but you can, as I said at the beginning, remember, you could pay stress if you want another D.
How's your stress, DeMarco?
I got 3 stress.
Oh no, you don't do it. You don't need the extra stress.
But then you also kind of have to explain how you're pushing yourself in the situation.
I have 0 stress, so like I'm happy to take the stress for this one.
Okay.
I got 4 stress.
I
Yeah.
have 2 stress.
So then how do you push, if you guys all agree on stressing yourself, how do you push yourself and get to help the situation?
All right.
Going into the engagement pretty much.
Right. So I mean, and by into the engagement, you mean like once we're out of the box? Is that
Potentially, or
yeah.
or like more probably like trying to ferry the box in, or what. I guess it doesn't really matter. Like you pick this kind of point-esque thing, and maybe it's getting out of the box, or
I was going to suggest we find some legitimate delivery person to just come and pick this box up and deliver us. And, so that it doesn't...
Yeah, so I'm paying the stress in the extra effort and time and money it takes to track down
someone you don't know.
someone I don't know. I don't have. It's not my Rolodex, so to speak, to do this and do it right and not screw us over and make sure we get where we need to get on time.
That sounds good. So it'll be 3D.
Why does it feel like we're on a ship heading to nowhere?
Right. This is a garbage barge. What?
I was going to say, why can't you just have like 4 orphans delivered?
Like on a litter? Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Delivery for the black
All right. So
Do you want to
I'm rolling it.
roll it for everyone?
Yeah, because my first roll went well.
Yeah, that's true.
That means you got all the bad luck out of
That's
that.
right.
Hopefully that is what a double 6 would be nice right here. I got 3, 4, 5.
Mixed results. You're in a risky position when the action starts. All right. So you guys feel yourself like move around, and you definitely are get on a boat. So your contact did kind of position you up farther up the stream to look like, oh, you're coming down on the shipment, right? You can definitely feel like you're on a boat. It's kind of moving around. Then you feel yourself get picked up, feeling yourself moving along. You hear some like voices. You hear like footsteps, and then you hear like no footsteps, and then you start hearing on the box, and then it just kind of goes quiet. And you notice you didn't make a totally flush box, probably.
So we
Tombs,
could maybe see out of it.
yeah, and that's what you're hoping. But after everything goes quiet, you notice that sand starts coming into the box slowly. What do you guys do?
Did we pick out our loadouts?
Oh yeah, sorry. Pick your loads. Sorry.
Pick our loads.
Yeah, before we go any further.
Let's go with normal at this point.
Normal.
Normal.
Light load sounds dangerous.
Light load sounds dangerous. Oh yeah, okay. I'm going
I want
with
more stuff.
I'm going with heavy.
The
big
encumbered one.
box.
Yeah. He's got like guns and shit in here. It's like, what? Why did you bring a raccoon?
It's Nikolai.
Nikolai, he's
Describe.
he's writing it all down. So 1 load for Nikolai, 1 load for a headlamp for Nikolai.
Write them down.
But yeah, you notice sand starts slowly coming into the falling through the grate and then through the holes into the box.
Well,
This is when we start Uma Thurma punching the top of the over and over again. Because can we try to open the box? It might not be a good idea right now.
so yeah, I assume we're covered in sand.
We're getting there.
Like
Well, it went quiet, so you probably assume you're already
buried.
I use my giant orc hands to cover up the holes or try to.
okay. You start covering them up, but there are too many holes for
holes?
you just to.
There's too many holes for DeMarco.
Wait, it's coming down?
I have the same number of hands as he does, so I don't have any.
And probably
chance
from
here.
the sides a little as well.
I suspect we have been buried.
Yeah, Tombs.
Great deduction skills.
What have you What have you got in your toolbox for the
Buried alive.
Buried alive, yeah.
Usually I'm digging the grave instead of inside it.
Well, this is a new one for everyone then.
Yeah, well, I guess DeMarco would start panicking and try to bust through the top.
All right. Give me a wreck.
I'll give you a wreck.
All right. You start seeing.
If I used some kind of weapon, I'd get a greater effect one time.
Oh my god! I'm in this box with you.
I don't know if it'd be a
big
weapon, but you'd add something.
Like if I had brass knuckles on me.
Oh, sure. You could do it that way, yeah.
I love how. Okay, can we please
If it was a fine, would that be a fine hand
Sure.
weapon?
Yeah.
Can we please take a moment and think about how big this box actually has to
Yes,
be?
this
to
box
almost-
is probably 10 by 10.
Well, could I assist by using my tinkering skills to shore up the box so when he blows the lid of it off, it doesn't just collapse on us?
Okay, that sounds good. So take a stress and you'll get a D. So you're gonna.
Since I'm panicking, I want to actually use my.
You'll just take a stress.
Just take a stress.
Yep.
Since I'm fucking panicking, what was that thing that I could do? Not to be trifled with, you can push yourself to do one that's the following: perform a feat of physical force on the verge of superhuman. Engage. I want to do a superhuman strength kind of.
Instead of using your knuckles.
Well, I guess it'd be using my knuckles, but
Oh,
it's just
yeah,
it's
sure.
just like a superhuman
Right.
kind of because he's like adrenaline pumped.
I guess,
and he's
yeah, that's
panicking.
a good
'cause
point.
Maybe he's got claustrophobia. That's his new thing. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So okay, go ahead and take 2 stress.
We got him in this box.
I take 2 stress.
Yes, because you push yourself. So yeah, this is actually probably a really good idea doing that. And you notice that as you're freaking out, you see Tomes tinkering and
Wait one.
yeah. So you'll get a D on this wreck.
So I get
So-
2 for that, and then push myself. I got
So by pushing yourself,
a greater effect, but I don't get an extra D.
no. Yeah. So you start at a lesser. You went to standard by using your knuckles, and then by pushing yourself, we'll go up to a great effect.
Right. Okay.
And what did I give him?
You'll give him an extra.
So I get
dice.
3D.
Yeah.
Okay. That is 4, 4, 3.
All right. So you do it at a price. So you're like, ugh. But you describe it like it's gonna literally pop in the long run pop the top off and all the sand evacuates from this area as you're.
Yeah.
So it's
I guess he just pops out of it like fucking Mario jumping out of something, like I don't even know where I'm at.
Yeah.
I can't really describe the scene other than I pop out of the box and sand explodes everywhere.
I feel like we should be doing the Jack in the Box song here.
Birthday.
And like DeMarco's like wild-eyed and hyperventilating, like, oh.
And then Vez comes out of it. Happy birthday
Yeah.
to you.
So as this goes popping off and this all the sand kind of explodes. If you were from a third person looking at this sand area, you see an explosion of sand in the poof. And there you guys are. And as you guys look up, there is about 4 feet of sand above your crate area. And you hear off in the distance after it kind of settles, you hear this as if
some kind of machine or something,
as if something large is coming towards you guys.
like a bulldozer.
I don't know. What do you guys do?
Get the fuck out of the
jump
box.
I'm tall enough. I could jump and climb
So
out.
yeah,
if I want.
as you guys are getting up, this is probably you're in a gigantic warehouse. It's probably at least 4 football fields, if not more. It's Yeah, it's at least 4, maybe goes up to like 6 football fields. And it's just full of sand everywhere. But you see out in the middle this large structure that is kind of made like of adobe. Yeah, adobe. And it's 3-tiered. But you see the sand kind of moving along towards you guys, like in a like slithering effect. Whatever's in the sand is coming towards you.
Yeah. I drew its attention. Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking through my dog-eared copy of Dune, trying to figure out what to do.
You put some hooks into a sandworm, and then you steer it. That's all I know about Dune.
All right, I've got hooks.
Wait, who does
If you
what?
walk without, what was it? If you
A
walk
blade
without
or two,
rhythm,
I believe,
won't
is what
attract
that's
the worm.
called.
What'd you say?
I said I think the saying was if you walk without rhythm and you won't attract the worm, or something like that. I don't know.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, step, no rhythm? Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, just don't.
Step.
And you won't attract the worm.
As you guys are like, oh shit, you see it's getting pretty close. What are you doing?
What else can we see? There's nothing in this.
So yeah, there's that big building in the middle. There's a whole bunch of sand, and you probably see off to the left, really far away, like these big bay doors that are closed.
This was a bad idea.
This was a bad idea.
DeMarco DeMarco kind of whips out a bat, and he kind of looks. He whips out. Yeah, he does. He kind of goes. He looks at you guys and says, "Go track down Tachi or whatever."
Tachi.
Whatever. I don't care what his name is. I'm pissed off. I just got unburied. Worm. Who knows? Maybe might be a sand ninja and just pops up.
Ooh,
and
it could
it's
be
like,
Sand Ninja, or like five sand goblins.
Oh my god!
In a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! In a
And they
worm,
pop out and they're like
in a worm suit. They're just
in a
in
worm suit. In a sleeping bag. Yes, 5 goblins in a sleeping bag.
It's just slithering around.
Exactly.
Watch out, we're a sandworm. I mean, I'm a sandworm.
Yeah. I'm the butt of the sandworm. He's just like giggling to himself.
Yeah, what you guys do as this wiggling sand is coming very close to you.
Oh my.
Wiggle back. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any good intentions. If you guys can track down Tanchi, I will distract the worm coming for us, possibly.
How about you run with us?
How about I distract the worm?
Before we run off, distribute those amulets.
Oh, yeah.
We said it takes 2 load.
2 load.
2 load for the amulet?
Yeah.
We can split it among 2 people.
Oh, you can
Totally
split it among
fine.
2 people?
I'll take one of the load if that's easier.
Oh, I can take 2. I mean, I got 10. I've already
Well,
used
you
up
take one, I'll take one. That way, if you need a bunch of load later for something, you've got it.
Okay, so I'm down to 8 load right now then.
So yeah, you're up on the sand, and it'd be hard to run on with, especially if you're in heavy load. It'll be definitely hard in heavy load, and normal load, it's still a
I guess it's good that all that Vez does is leg day. He's just been running.
So yeah, it'd be difficult to an extent, depending on load.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm heavy load.
Mm-hmm.
So I may as well just deal with this. I think I could handle a worm. I got last time I maxed out my skirmish. I'm a beast.
As you guys are discussing this and like unloading shit from your bags to try to figure out what to do, you see its head pop up, and it's this giant plated head of a centipede with these very like speckled brown head, and it's like
It opens its maw.
maw. Yeah. What do you do?
Mustache is what it has.
Okay, yeah, well, we're all kind of doing that, and I see this. I guess I react.
Sure.
And, I pull out, since I have a heavy load, I pull out my fine heavy weapon, which is a metal bat with nails.
That's right.
All right.
So that uses up 2 more of my load.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 6 load, which is okay with me.
Okay. Its head is as big as you are.
Yeah, but I still react. 'cause
I know.
it
Yeah.
scared the shit out
so you're
of me.
gonna.
And that's a skirmish.
Yeah. Risky standard.
Risky standard. And I got 4 in skirmish. So
Can
it's
it be like 2 times bigger than your actual baseball bat, too? So it's just like you pull it out of, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
went heavy, so you're like, yeah, I got all the good stuff.
I got the good stuff. All right, let's roll. And I got 2 6s.
Oh my god, critical.
Yes.
And since I was risky, did that
Yeah.
give me XP?
risky. No, not for risky.
That's definitely.
Oh, that's desperate.
Exceptional outcome, great effects. Yeah, what does this look like as you beat it.
As it pops its head out and goes like it's going to bite us, I basically hit it so hard it goes back down into the sand.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like overhand like as much you said it's bigger than me, right? So as much reach as I can get, I just on top of its head and push it back down into the sand.
Yeah, so you push it back down and you see it kind of come around and kind of pop back up.
Okay.
What does someone else do? It's clearly like went around you and now it's coming back and flanking the other people.
Did that do anything to it? Does that?
It has 8 ticks. You took off 3.
Okay, because I can see.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not used to being at this angle.
You're right. Yeah, it's 8-tick clock. You filled in 3 of the ticks.
Okay.
Physical combat is unseemly, huh?
Oh, he got rid of
not
that.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I still can't do it.
I already shouted for you guys to make a
Does it
run
have
for it.
eyes?
I don't know what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it has eyes.
All right, I'll shoot him in the eyes.
Your pistols.
Damn it, I guess I have to use a gun.
Or you can swap it for something. I think something else that is quote unquote fine. That's a projectile.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Vez is going to pull out his pistols.
Oh my god.
Scares him.
Pistols.
Pistoles.
It's only worth 1 load, so whatever. All right. And so goes back in the sand. I watched it come back around and come up, and I'll take aim and shoot it in its eye.
All right.
Which is, I don't even know how to do this anymore. I got 3.
Little ghost goblins. Pistols.
5, 2, 1.
5, 2, 1. So sorry, it's risky standard. So yeah,
Cowboy, motherfucker.
that was 2 ticks, and so yeah, it comes back around. You're just waiting for it, but clearly it was coming towards you as well because you were the smallest one.
Oh, okay,
So easy pickings, right? So you're like, pow, shooting an eye, and but at the same time, it does go to engulf you.
Oh.
And
Goblin Scuttle.
Goblin Scuttle. Let's see. It'll be a
resistance, physical.
Yeah, it's gonna be a physical resistance as it tries to engulf you in its mouth.
Okay.
Actually, I can help with protecting, can't I? I can protect a teammate.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I can get it, if I can like shove him out of the way.
Tusk actually has a move that allows it.
Well, then do it.
And just general protect, face danger for a teammate, step in to suffer a consequence in their place.
Yeah, so
I can roll to resist as normal.
Right. So if you want to interject, tell me, I guess, what this looks like between you two and stuff like that.
I pound it in and go. It kind of disappears from my vision, disappears out of the corner of my eye, and then I hear Vez making noise, and then I don't know what noise you made, and you pew while you shot, and I turn to see it just in time as it's getting close to engulfing him, and I kind of scoop up Vez with one arm and kind of like replace myself with Vez and like push Vez out of the way. So I guess I'm like taking it from this giant metal thing.
So it'll be a
prowess,
but this is 2 harm.
2 harm.
Yeah, so you'll only be able to bump it down to 1.
Yeah,
unless you use armor.
Unless I get a critical.
Unless you use armor.
Unless I use
critical, will just reduce stress.
I could use armor.
Right. I'm saying you can reduce it. You can resist to bring it down to.
And then I have to use armor after that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what happens when I resist first, because I don't want to get too much stress. I got a 6.
All right.
5, 3, 1.
All right. So you take no stress.
No stress.
So level 1 harm.
And level 1 harm, and I'll use armor.
What is it?
It's my jacket.
Of course.
It gets the cool part of my logo on the back of my jacket gets ripped off, and I'm just like, oh man, I gotta get it fixed up.
Your dead Kennedy's patch.
Yeah.
What does Tombs or Viper do? Or are you Sable? Are you Sable or Viper?
Viper. Actually, I went with like crusty dock worker attire.
Oh, nice.
Like pants and kind of a shirt that's tied cinched to the waist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a jaunty cap, like.
Yeah. What do one of you two do?
I don't even.
You see this chaos floating out in front of you.
Like violence is ensuing all around me.
Yeah,
I am unaccustomed to this.
For reals.
I told him to get out of here and to go do the thing, but
That seems like an excellent plan to me. I have my bandolier, but I don't know what I would use to apply any of these devices to the creature there. It's sort of terrifying me. I have, for example, a grenade. I have fire oil.
Hey, Tombs, would it be possible for you to fashion some kind of sand walking planks out of this box?
That is an excellent thing. I could do that immediately.
So here's the mental image I have. You got Tusk who just bashed in this centipede's head. Went around, I shot an eye, and then you cut to Tombs and Iora with like a table's out, and they're drinking tea.
Yeah, I'm like,
What a predicament.
What's the predicament we are in?
wonder how they're going to get out of this one.
Tombs, would you be a dear and fashion us some basically sand shoes?
Exactly.
Oh, indubitably, good sir.
I have some experience making skis. It should be a very similar mechanic.
You want to give me a tinker?
Yeah, I'll give a tinker.
All right.
Yeah, I really have.
Busy.
I have no combat ability, so
That's all right. That's why you have a team.
Yeah.
a 5.
5.
High's a 5.
You do it, but you're like, because of like how you kind of tinkered and how like the lid had flown apart but it broke into pieces. So you're able to do it really quickly, but you're like, crap, I don't have enough pieces. So you have to spend a load to have the rest of the pieces to actually affix it to people's feet.
Okay.
If you want to do that, that's kind of like the bargain.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
So this is like a misc for this mission or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I assume that I used my tinkering tools. Would that be the same load?
No.
So I would use my tinkering tools and another load.
Yeah.
I don't know where to mark it off at, but okay. All right, I have used 2 load.
All right, so there you go. Sand shoes. Sand shoes.
I'm going to pretend it was a blade or 2.
Did you make it for everybody or just for you two?
Oh, you guys were coming?
I assumed I made them for everyone.
I was assuming so. You're like, no, just us 2. Bye. What do you do, Iora?
I wish I knew. I mean, I could be an idiot and draw a gun, but what's that going to do? I'll end up shooting one of you guys. I'm not built for fighting giant worms, y'all.
That's why it's a team.
That's why I said run several times.
You do have sand shoes now.
I do have sand shoes, yeah.
I didn't remember that as part of the job description.
I didn't either.
I should have asked
Only
that
I'd
question.
known.
Would there perchance be giant worms in the future?
Shia
Centipede.
You know, Jimmy Hendrip, the bug collector. This would have been right up and down.
Yeah, should have gone with Bug Boy.
He may have been like, you see, sir, that's a really easy weakness point.
Right.
Just deal with the worm, boy.
All right. Brings out a giant net.
Or like he has like a dart.
Yes,
And
exactly.
it hits him in the if you hit him in the third ventricle of the fourth heart,
They go into hibernation. I can't tell. I'm a kid.
Exactly.
I'm not running out in front. At that point, I'm basically like a
What's the scene again?
fly
We're
on
like
the end
in the
of the trout
middle of
line.
this giant sand pit. That's
Right.
kind of
Pretty
essentially
much,
what it is.
yeah.
There's like many directions in which you can run. You don't have to run up
there's
front.
many directions, but there's only 2 really that are of really use. The docking doors, like a football field away, or the Adobe 3-story structure that is another football field the other direction.
But I mean, think about a nice, quiet pond. And one little like mosquito lands there and starts skittering around on the surface. The bass come up and eat it, and that's what I would be out there running around.
Luckily, you'll have some kind of advantage because of these sand shoes.
Right. I'm making it for the Adobe structure.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I hate this.
No, and with the sand shoes, you don't incur anything. So you start seeing Sable just start booking it.
What's the clock on the?
There's 3 ticks left.
There's 3 ticks left.
Yep. Anyone can go now.
Now we can both do a team attack.
Well, what I wanted to do is try to command this thing to get us to pull it over across to the other
shot
side.
its eyeball.
I know, but I can like savage command it or try to.
Can you control the centipede, Josh?
It'd be very hard because you don't speak centipede, but you can always try.
Well, it's the same as like training a dog, right?
Yeah, instantaneous.
I mean, they trained this thing to be in the sand pit.
Yeah, that's true. There are.
Or they
might
captured
be-
it and let it loose in the
It might have like a fair knowledge of what commands
Can I
are.
study
You can always
it?
flashback as well.
Can I
and stuff like
survey
that.
it? Can I look at it and be like,
Oh yeah, I flash back to when I had a worm and I trained it to do anything.
worms really like popcorn?
I could rely on my old friend Mac to tell me that he hears that the sandworm's been trained. You just gotta be stern with it or some bullshit.
Or I could flash back to where I go visit Beauregard and I talk to him more about what the deal with the warehouse is like.
Do that as well.
Okay, let's flash back. I'm gonna take a stress. I'm a flashback.
Okay.
to-
Go ahead and tell me what it is, and then we'll figure out how much stress. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm flashing back because what I want to do is I go visit Beauregard, and basically I'm having a conversation with Beauregard because I want to know more about like the security. Like once we get in, what should I expect? Since he's obviously been to the warehouse, and in that conversation he talks about how they guard. There's a centipede that they control, whatever, and that they know that there's at least one person who can ride it. And the way that they do it is like there's like this internal harness system that they've installed in it.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. That's probably one stress because you're not really taking action on it. You just now have
Knowledge. But I'm
Knowledge,
trying to
yeah,
look for.
you're looking for the harness points now,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah. So you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. You can ride this thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You gotta,
Whoa, how do I do it?
you gotta look for a harness.
Harnesses. Yeah, I guess I can't. Well, I don't know.
So that's
Since you'd have to point it out to me because I
Right.
can't. I don't know.
yeah. You easily
Yeah.
pointed out to him.
Yeah, I can point it out to you. It's up there on his back, like behind right on the neck.
So if I want to go try to get a hold of these things, would that be a skirmish or would that be?
I guess describe me how.
If you
you're
want me to
doing it.
command, I don't know.
I don't know. You probably need to get on it first.
Yeah, I'll try to get.
Yeah,
on
probably
it. That'll
skirmish
be-
because you're assault or hold a position.
Yeah, I guess that'd be skirmish then. I'm gonna go.
You're gonna jimmy up on this thing.
Well, I'm gonna wait for it. I can't really run in this sand, so I kind of got to wait for it to get close
Well,
enough
that's
to
a
me.
bit down on you.
right.
That's a bit down on
And
me.
you're holding,
okay,
and
you're
you're
pointing
holding me in your arms, and I'm like,
I didn't pick you up. I scooted you out of the way.
let me tell you how Bess remembers this scene.
Exactly.
And you're gently holding Bess in his arms.
I'm
and
holding you like
it's like rose petals go across the
oh my God.
I'm like holding you like a basketball with like a,
It's up there. And so it's still like we're still kind of like in the throes of you pushing me out. So it's close to you right now.
Right.
Okay.
So
So,
you
yeah, as the goblin points it out, and as it gets close, I'm gonna kind of hold on to the goblin though, and like try to. Well, because the goblin's still in danger.
Throw me up there.
Or I could throw you on my back, and then we can both wrangle this thing.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, so I toss the goblin on my back, and as soon as it gets close enough, I kind of move out of the way, and I try to grapple onto those harnesses and get control.
All right. Go ahead and first get up on its back. So that'll be a skirmish.
That'd be a skirmish, would be up on its back.
This is becoming a weird Tremors episode.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah.
Ass blasters. That's where I heard ass blasters from. That was the third
Yep.
movie. I love those. Okay, I just rolled 2, 2, 1, 1. Oh yeah.
You toss me right into the centipede's mouth.
Yeah, I go throw you up on my back, and I actually throw you too far.
That's not its harness, it's its butt.
This was.
You want me to take some damage?
Yeah, I need. Sorry, it was probably still risky standard. So you don't get totally fucked. So you definitely fail. Yeah, I think what it probably does is as you're trying to like get into position of again, it literally engulfs you whole, and now you're in a desperate position of pretty much being
Inside the worm.
Inside the worm.
Ew, and I have the goblin on my back too. So
Well,
depends.
Yes.
Or you
Okay.
fell
Alright.
off. Maybe.
No, I
you
get.
fell off.
I'm there.
That says, or Twitch says they're there as well.
Ew.
So now you're in a desperate position.
Don't worry.
Well, at least
I guess this is Tombs. Tombs, you see the centipede literally engulf and swallow.
Well, I mean, am I close enough? I mean, like, did I?
You're just
running.
going.
I'm gone.
That's what I was picturing.
All right.
I mean, you could hear Vess go, no! And then,
And then,
I mean, I guess that's my question. Am I aware of what's going on here, or am I
well,
going?
if you want, yeah. Oh yeah, with the amulet. There you go.
definitely with the amulet
Yeah.
on.
All right.
You hear not the greatest sounds of
Right.
yelling from the amulet.
Well,
But Tombs is probably the first.
I think I will try and use one of my fire oils with the blowgun and darts. Mm-hmm. Although it's not an alchemy. Let me pick an alchemy. Drown powder. I will use
Drown powder.
Drown pounder. Drown pounder?
Drown powder.
Drow pounder.
God.
No.
A fine dust that incapacitates by giving the sensation of drowning.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I would hope that I could apply this with my blowgun.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have no idea what to use for. I mean, it is a device I am using. Can I use Tinker with it?
But you're blowgunning it.
Yeah, I got nothing.
If you're blowgunning it, I will give you standard effect, and you can use
I got nothing.
Prowl or hunt.
I got prowl. I can use prowl.
It'd be hunt, actually.
I got nothing.
Attack with precision shooting from a distance.
Nope, got nothing.
But you're not in desperate. You're just
Well, they're
risky
desperate.
standard. I know, but you're not yet. Risky standard. If you use hunt, you can use prowl, but that means you're getting up close with that then.
That sounds fine.
Okay, so then you'll be desperate standard.
I want to make sure I hit it right in the gills or whatever it is these things breathe through.
If only that kid was here.
They actually breathe through their skin.
Okay.
A 5.
All right. So that's going to be 2. What does it? What does this look like?
Well, I pull out my blowgun. Let me mark it off here. A blowgun and darts with syringes.
And how does it react too? Because
I pull it out and I blow this cloud of material at it, and suddenly it feels like it can't breathe and begins flopping around trying to breathe with its many little centipede arms waving. Yes.
Yes, with these little centipede arms waving around, when actually like it gets you across the face.
What?
Because that's the 5. Because you're up close.
Ouch.
Yeah, and there'll be a harm of 2 for
What?
yeah.
Ow.
Because it was desperate. That's why you get an XP for that desperate as well.
And then I can blow some armor to take that damage.
Yeah, but right now it's going for it's pretty much one of the legs was going to like gut you almost. So yeah, tell me what kind of armor. What do you do?
Well, I'm wearing a fine weave of indeterminate origin that will hopefully protect my vital organs. I've seen what happens when vital organs get sliced to pieces.
Yeah, so go down to a level 1 harm of bruised then.
A level 1 harm of bruised.
And use that armor.
And I'm using that armor.
There is 1 tick left.
All right. I need to look after Vez. He can't take care of himself.
I did scream out.
Yeah, XP trigger, all right.
I'm going to lay down on the sand and
Oh my god.
inexplicably pull out a hunting rifle.
It's the hunting lessons I got for Iora.
Yeah.
I've been teaching Iora to shoot.
Sure.
In fiction. Flashback.
I'm this is super stressful.
You're doing 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to push myself here.
Oh my god, please don't shoot me.
Oh my god, don't backfire.
Okay, so normally I would roll 2 and take the worst because I can't hunt.
But you push so you get 1 die, so you go up to 1 die. And I think that's it. Unless... Oh, you did
4.
it. But there's a cost. Tell me how this looks and stuff, and then we'll figure out what goes wrong.
Like I say, I hear the screams and I'm just like, oh, I shouldn't have ever left Vez. I should have known better. I got to make this right. And so rummage through my pack and I'm like, I hoped I never have to use this thing. But here we go. And he pulls out this crazy big gun that is just not Iora in any way. And so he lays down on the sand and he's kind of sinking in because it's not like, but Vez taught him, you lay down and you shoot prone and it's better. And so it's kind of like sinking in, the butt's kind of sinking in and I'm shaking because, oh my God. And I know they're in there, but I don't even know where this thing's gut is. And I fire. I hit it, which is great because I didn't think I was gonna. But instead of doing that like stereotypical thing where it flops down and dies and barfs out our heroes, it just dies.
Right, exactly.
And they're still in there.
Yep.
I skipped that day in science class. I don't know how to cut open a worm.
Right.
But here we are.
This big ass rifle. In my head, it's like everything's like almost everything's like flintlock.
Right.
And so you have this big ass rifle, and you just go, pow,
Right.
and it's like that sound just echoes through the whole warehouse.
Oh yeah.
You're fairly sure if someone were to hear it, they definitely have heard it now. Let's go back to the people that are now trapped inside. You're trapped inside the centipede, and you feel this kind of like go limp, and its contents of his stomach start going towards you guys, and you see its acid start.
Run toward the entrance.
Run? Can we run in this thing?
Get out
its
of it.
maw and everything is like closed now and like limp, so it's going to be difficult to get out. So which one do you?
Prowl to open its jaws, or not Prowl?
But
would Skirmish be the one to open its mouth,
Or you could wreck it.
or I could wreck it?
Yeah, wreck it, Ralph.
Breach defenses with force.
Yeah, I guess that'd be wreck it since it's not really like alive now. It's like an inanimate object.
yeah, probably wreck. Yeah,
Can you Vez just help?
this is desperate still.
It's desperate. Yeah. I would expect Vez to help out.
Yeah, of
So
course I'm helping you.
one stress.
So one
And How
stress.
do you help? Do you just like?
I start
I'm trying to help.
Yeah, hacking
You wedge
away.
yourself
Oh,
between its teeth. To
Oh,
Yeah.
give you some
yeah.
grip.
Yeah.
Get my fingers through there and start pulling up.
So you get one extra die from.
Oh, come on. Don't fail me. I got 5, 2, 1.
All right, so you do it with a cost. So yeah, as you guys are getting out, like literally the ass is catching up with you, and you both take a level 1 harm of like intoxicated almost, like this nauseous fumes are like.
I don't get to resist this at all?
You can choose to resist, and it would be with not prowess but resolve.
With resolve.
Yeah,
I got 1 in resolve.
you can choose to resist if you'd like.
Nope, I'm gonna be nauseous,
I'm going to be
nauseated.
But yeah, you guys get out. Thanks for listening to Tales from Moxbury. If you liked what you heard, you can find more at geekspective.com and on Twitter at geekspective. You can also find me on Twitter at evildmjosh if you're interested in geeky tweets. This episode was edited by Rudy Basso. He can be reached on Twitter at Rudy Basso for all your podcast needs. If you'd like to support Tales from Moxbury, you can become a patron at patreon.com/geekspective, or write a review on iTunes instead, or just tell a friend. Thank you for listening. See you all in 2 weeks.